All right, today we're going to be looking at section 12.5 of Math 1108, aka graphing parabolas. So in this problem, if you'd like to pause the video, set it up yourself, go for it. If not, we're going to jump right in. So here we're looking at maximum revenue based on a certain amount of dollars charged and a certain number of units sold. And you'll see that this number of units sold is also based on the price in dollars. So to set this up, we're going to start by defining R to be our revenue. So this is what we're going to be solving for. And this R is going to be equal to the price, X, multiplied by the number of units sold, is 25 minus X. If we then distribute, we have 25X minus X squared. And right off the bat, you should recognize that this is a parabola. And because our leading coefficient of our highest degree is a negative, this should be opening down. So it's going to look something like this. Now, if we're looking for what price will yield the maximum revenue, we need the highest point of this graph, the highest R value. And that is going to be right at the vertex. Of course, it's not going to look like how I've sketched it out, but something like that. So if we're looking for the vertex of this function, first thing we're going to do is we know that the vertex of any parabola, or the x-coordinate of the vertex of any parabola, is going to be equal to negative b over 2a. And in this problem, looking at our quadratic that we have, b is going to be equal to 25, and a is going to be equal to negative 1. So in that case, if we plug in, x will be equal to negative 25 over 2 times a negative 1. And that's going to simplify to 5. Now this x represents the price at which gives us the maximum revenue. So this is actually $12.50, I should say. Now at this point, since we know the x coordinate of our vertex of this parabola, we can then plug it back in and solve for the actual maximum revenue. So really at this point we have answered the question of what price will yield maximum revenue. That price is $12.50. But just to take it a step further, let's figure out what that revenue will actually be. And that's pretty simple. We'll plug in 25 times 12.5 minus 12.5 squared. Now this, plug it into your calculator, is equal to 156.25. This again is going to be dollars, and that'll be his maximum revenue. That'll be the amount of revenue he makes each week having sold these lamps at this price of $12.50. Just to see this graphically, if that helps visual learners, this might help here. We see this is a little sketch of this graph of this R minus X squared plus 25, just rearranged for convention. And you'll see that this is a nice even shaped parabola with a vertex at this 12.5 and 156.25 representing our vertex and point of maximum revenue.